Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's AJ and happy Wednesday. So as you can see, I'm sitting down. I'm a little chill today, in a little pain. So I'm not going to stand up throughout this whole video. So I'm sitting down. So, a little change of atmosphere. That's it. But today I'm going to speak about our role as parents and our duty as parents. And I feel like a lot of us don't really understand the depth of the effect that we have on our children. So I want to kind of get into what the changes and what we should strive for as parents, basically. And I don't want to parent shame. I don't want to do any of that stuff. This is not that type of video. I want to encourage us to do better, always. And so there's always room for improvement. And I'm no perfect parent. So I'll be the first one to let you know that. But I try my best. And so, I follow child development. Psychology, if you don't know me, psychology is one of my first loves. Besides music, psychology was basically, music and poetry. Psychology was basically in English. That was my first love. And as far as, education and whatnot, besides English again, any kind of elective course, psychology was it. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. The human mind is amazing. The brain and neuroplasticity and things of that nature. I am a nerd and I don't care. I will take pride in that. But psychology has always been something that grasped my attention and intrigued me, and it tugged at my heart, and I could not let it go. So I've always followed psychology, whether I was in high school and I took AP classes, or when I started going to college, that's what I majored in. Stopped going to college, but still followed psychology very closely over the years, doing my own research, and now I'm back in it. So full force, back in school, etc., etc. So when I found out that I was pregnant, because it was a surprise, yes. But when I found out I was pregnant, it was like, I'm gonna be a mom. Let me figure out what I need to do to make sure that I do this right. I go about this in the right mindset, and I know what her development is supposed to look like, and etc., etc. So, I did some research, and especially at the time when I was pregnant, because I went through a high-risk pregnancy, and I actually never made a video on the whole pregnancy and her birth story, which I'll do that one day. But yeah, it was rough. It was a rough pregnancy, and I was high risk, and it was just a lot going on. Doctors were saying that she wouldn't make it. It was a high chance that she wouldn't make it, and that she wasn't viable at that point, and etc. It was just a lot. And so I'm like, no, I'm going to have my baby. And this is why I know manifesting is real as well, on a side note, because this is when I realized just how powerful thoughts and mentality and mindset really is. Because without the mentality that I had back then, I don't feel like any of this would have turned out the way it did. I feel that completely confidently in my heart. So I know manifesting is real. So yeah, with that, I started looking up books and things on child development and discipline, and I'm just trying to become the best parent that I could be. And what I found striking was that everything that I read about child development pointed back to me. You have to look at yourself as a parent and see what kind of person you are. You have to find your weaknesses and work on those. You have to find your triggers and work on those. You have to, figure out what are your strengths, what are the things that you do subconsciously that you don't realize, and that the habits that your children are watching you do and picking up on, but you penalize them for it. All of that. all of that, because kids are sponges and they will pick up on stuff like just through osmosis. Literally, they will literally just being in the atmosphere, they will pick it up. And some of us are so blind to what we do, and it's so second nature, that we're like, where did you get that from? Yada, 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 you know, and then we punish them, but they're like, I see it in you. And a lot of the times we parent as do what I say, not as I do. And that's not how children learn. They learn from modeling what we model to them. So no matter what we say to them, if they see us doing something, they're going to emulate that. Like my daughter, she sees me cook a lot. So what does she do? Every time I cook, she wants to go in the kitchen. Every time I cook, she wants to grab a pot and a spoon and stir things up. And she wants to put stuff in the oven. So we got her a kitchen set for Christmas. And she loves that thing. Every time she eats, if she has some leftover food, even if it's not leftover, she might just take her food straight over there and start pretending to cook it. Like, and that's a positive. But then here's the negative. So people who know me personally, back in the day, prior to me having Naomi, I used to be a potty mouth, okay? Like, I would cuss. There was no reason for me to be cussing that much. Like, it really wasn't. And so now that I have her, I don't curse nearly as much. But I will say, like, what the hell, or damn it. And when I get irritated, I'll say damn it. But that's about it. And the other day we were in the pet store, and we were walking out of the big aquarium room, and she comes out and she's like, what the hell? And I'm like, oh, wow. Like, where did you learn that from? And her daddy like, she got that from you. And I'm like, yikes, gotta get my shit together. She's not here, so I can say shit. But I gotta get it together, because she takes that and she just models it in the right context and everything. Like, and kids will do that. And I think it's really our, as parents, we know to provide, food, shelter, all that jazz. Those are the bare necessities. Clothes, stuff like that. Those are the bare necessities. But what we really should be thinking about, and this is an exercise that I just put myself through, what are the beliefs that we want our children to have? From ages 0 to 7, children live in a certain, so when you're born and there are different brain waves. And there's a brain wave called Theta. Theta is a hypnosis brain wave. At this point, Theta is where right before you go to sleep, you're in the dreamlike state, and you right there. You're right there. And this is where your subconscious mind starts to peek through. You go from the conscious to the subconscious mind, and that's when your conscious is starting to cut off and your subconscious mind is starting to cut on. Because when you're asleep and you're dreaming, that's when your subconscious mind comes into play. That REM sleep, that dreaming action. But your consciousness shuts down, and that's its time to get its rest. So kids live in theta mode. Literally, they don't go out of that brain state until after they turn 7. So literally, they're walking around in hypnosis mode. That's why they learn things so quickly. That's why they learn to walk and to talk and languages, multiple languages. If you speak multiple languages around a kid, a child will pick up on those multiple languages and that dialect and speak it back to you and understand it way easier than you doing that to an adult. But don't forget, neuroplasticity. It's never too late to learn a new language. But with that said, kids will pick up on everything, and they're walking around in a hypnosis state. So when you tell them something, also remember, they're children. So here's an example that I heard that I'm going to repeat back to you. If a child is in the grocery store and they want a candy bar or a lollipop or something, and you say, no, you don't deserve that because you've been acting up, etc., whatever. And they're like, okay. They internalize that as I don't deserve. And if you like repeat that kind of behavior, if you say that often, like, oh no, you don't deserve that, you don't deserve, they internalize that as I don't deserve. And what your brain is a funny thing because it wants to agree with you. And so if you have a belief about yourself, say that I don't deserve, this kid grows up and is in high school now, and they take a test, they will self-sabotage, subconsciously, not consciously, subconsciously self-sabotage their test. And then when they get the answers back, it'll be like, oh, I knew that. Why did I get that wrong? I didn't deserve that A anyway. That right there, that is how they internalize things. They don't hear the because such and such and such, because you were misbehaving, because this and that. They're two. Well, in the case of my daughter, she's two. But they're kids, they're children. They take things literally. So I made a list of beliefs that I want my child to have. Like, hard work will get me what I want. That I am unique and I am special and my perspective is unique. And being unique is amazing. There is only one me and I love being me. I am loved unconditionally. I love unconditionally. The people I surround myself bring me pure happiness. Things of that nature. I want my child to believe that, and about this as well, let me backtrack. I want my child to believe that she can do whatever she wants because everything is possible. We have limiting beliefs. As we grow up, as kids, we have this grand imagination. Oh, I want to do this. I can do this. Or I see this as that. And the creativity and the drive and the ambition, it is like through the roof until maybe our parents put a ceiling on us. Or we go to school and they put a ceiling on us. But once that ceiling is there, that's where we stop. Or just short of that ceiling. But we only look at that ceiling as the top. And then we aim for either that or lower. Those of us who don't have a ceiling, we never stop. We just continue to go forward and go up. And it's like, we place caps on our kids so much. All we do is tell them no and stop and what not to do and all this stuff. What can they do? What can they do? I emphasized the wrong word. But what can they do? Like, and it's like, okay, so go back again. For financials, I want my daughter to have a healthy relationship with money. I don't want her to have a scarcity mindset. No, that's the I think poor mindset. The vicious cycle of I'm going to remain poor mindset. And we don't want that. I want my daughter to have a healthy relationship with money. So I want her to, think of money works for me. Money works for me. I send it out and it comes back with its friends. Money works for me. I attract abundance. And that's an abundance of health, an abundance of wealth, an abundance of good people and love. I attract abundance completely. Everything I touch turns into a success. I define what success is for me. Things of that nature. So really think about what you want your kids to believe. How you want your kids to go as adults. Because all we're doing is setting programs for our children right now. And especially if they're under 7. We're setting those programs for our children. And if they're dysfunctional, we're going to raise dysfunctional adults. And then they're either going to be dysfunctional, be looking for everybody else to fix them, or they're going to have to see a therapist and then realize, oh, shit, I've been dysfunctional this whole time because my mama said this or my daddy said this, and I've been fucked up ever since, and now I got to undo all this stuff to relearn this stuff. Instead of undoing and relearning and leaving it up to them or their significant other or whoever to fix them in the future, teach them right this time. It's so crazy. Like, I be tired as hell. But when my daughter wants to play and she wants that attention and that love, I will never deny her of love, period. I will hold her hand in her sleep. She could get all the cuddles and the kisses and the hugs she wants, whatever. And then when it's time, when she wants to play, if I'm not like dead tired about to pass out at that moment, then yes, we can play. And then she also knows at times mommy has to do schoolwork. Mommy has to do work. Mommy has to focus on this. But I want her to know that she's loved unconditionally, that she has attention, that her self-worth is not predicated on what somebody else thinks of her. So she does affirmations every day. And I'm about to have her record affirmations to make an affirmation tape. And so I will play it back for her, at night when she's sleepy or in the car when we're riding things. So she hears her own voice saying, I am strong, I am resilient, I am fearless, I am loved unconditionally, I am loving, I am unique, I am a leader. What else is, I am unstoppable. That's the end one, because she does, I am unstoppable. And, I have her do these affirmations every day. Her dad has her do these affirmations. We do not play these games. And I'm going to record her so she hears her own voice telling her this. So it's programming her subconscious and her conscious mind, both. And while she's in that hypnosis state from 9 to 7, she's going to continue to hear that. Because in the future, this is going to be her self-talk to herself. And when she's feeling down, she's going to be like, I am fearless. I'm strong. I'm brave. I could do this. Like, you wonder where that self-talk comes from? It's from you as a child. What you heard around you. That's the grooming that you got. And we have to make sure that we groom our children for positive self-talk, for positivity, to realize that success is in the journey. The life's pleasures are in the journey. It's not about the end game. It's not. It's about the journey getting there. The growth. I do hard things because on the other side of that is growth. It's a new limit that I've set for myself. It's a new height, rather. And now I'm going to find a new challenge so I can challenge myself again and get over that hump. Because life is nothing but obstacles. And we got to get through them, because on the other side of that is growth. And on the other side of so many times the obstacles and growth is more reward. The greater the risk, the greater the reward. So I want my daughter to know all of that. And she's going to be a business owner, of course, by the time she's 18. But hopefully by the time she's like 13, she has quite a couple businesses under her belt already. Stellar credit. So with that, she has to have a great mentality, a great relationship with money, a great relationship with others. She's going to know that she can soothe herself, that she's supported, that she loves herself for her, that she doesn't have to look out and try and be like everybody else. Because that's the problem with the society today. We look on social media and everybody's trying to keep up with the Joneses. It used to be you just see your neighbors doing something and you like, oh, okay, well, let me step my game up. Like, whatever. But now it's like you go on social media, you see this person going on a vacation to Greece. Oh, this person is on a yacht. Oh, this person is doing this. This person just had Botox. This person just had lipo. This person had a tummy tuck. This person is this. Oh, this person looks perfect. Oh, they just got married. They just got engaged. All of this stuff. And you're like, well, I want this. I want that. I want this. Relationship goals, blase split. And you want everything that is outside of what you have. And you're not happy with yourself. And it's so sad. Like, even as far as makeup, everybody is starting to look the same. Everybody does the makeup the exact same way. The exact same way. It's like, y'all all look exactly alike now. Like, but that's the standard of beauty these days. Where is the uniqueness? Where do you stand out at? And I don't want my daughter to believe that she has to look like anybody. She has to act like anybody. She has to be like anybody but herself to be happy and successful or to be accepted. So the people that she surrounds herself with are going to bring her pure happiness. And they're going to be honest towards her. and they're going to be good for her progression and her lifestyle. But she's going to go for what's best for her, and she will be supported. And no matter what route she goes. If I need to course correct, because hopefully I know for a fact it won't be down a bad path, because that's just not the person she is. But if hypothetically it was down a bad path, I will course correct as necessary while she's young, because her moral compass will be correct. But besides that, she'll be supported in everything. And she knows this. And this is record proof of this now. I'm supporting my baby through whatever. Like, if I have any other kids, they will be supported through whatever, as long as it's morally and ethically correct. And if it's not, we're going to course correct. But yeah, I just want to make sure that we all know as parents what our responsibilities are. Because a lot of us are living in programs ourselves. We don't realize that we're setting our kids up for programs, and negative ones at that. But it's time to jump out of the matrix and jump out of this program that we've been in, and this routine and living on autopilot. All that shit has to stop. It has to stop. And we have to be more cognizant of and aware of the programs and what the things that we're teaching our children. Yes, school is one thing, but it's up to us. We are the parents. It's up to us to teach those babies. It's up to us to lead the new generation into this world. And this world is in pretty shitty condition. I'm not going to lie. I just heard something saying that in 2048, we won't have any fish to eat in the ocean. They're not going to be edible. The ones that remain. 2048. That's not far. That's our lifetime. That's our lifetime. And once the ocean goes down, what else is going down? We're at a health crisis. You got coronavirus going around, and plagues and all types of shit going around. Life and society is funny. And I feel like we're at a crossroads. Half of society is stuck in the negativity, is stuck in the gossip, is stuck in the bad programs and the world is bad, and I'm falling prey to this and I'm falling prey to that, etc., etc. And then the other half is finding enlightenment. It's like, I'm meditating, I'm becoming a better person, I'm giving love, I'm receiving love, I'm creating value in the world, I'm doing what's best for the community and not just me. I'm going for way beyond what I thought I was capable of, because I put a limit on myself. I put a ceiling on myself, and I realized there are no ceilings. We can do the impossible. Impossible literally says, I'm possible. So I feel like one group is leading us to our detriment, and one is leading us to our repairing of our society. And I feel like now it's time to lead our children to help repair our society. But it's not up to them, because they were born in this world because of us. We need to start repairing society right now. Right now. Getting our mindsets together, getting our health together, getting our diets together. Get shit like high fructose corn syrup out of... Why is high fructose corn syrup in Tylenol? Children's Tylenol, the liquid version. Look at the ingredients. We're being poisoned. Oh my God. Like, I'm going on a whole tangent right now. But we just have to make sure that our babies are safe and have a good mindset. Because I can go on this whole rant for way longer than y'all want to watch. But I feel very strongly about a lot of this and about all of it. That's why I'm speaking on it, honestly. But I just want us to make sure that we set our babies up for the best. And we set our world up for the best, for not only ourselves, but the generations after us and the generations after that. Because, you know, why wouldn't we? But yeah, let's do better for our children. Let's think about the programs and the beliefs that we want and the core values that we want our children to have. And let's start actively working on that, because they look to us. We're our children's reference points. We're their first role models. We're their biggest influencers. And so many people out here who want to be social media influencers. And a lot of us have kids. You need to be your kid's main influencer. That's who you're making an impact on. So that's just a little food for thought. But if you haven't already, think of 5 things that you're grateful for today. Write it down. If you have not, now is a good time to think about it. Write it down. Put it in your phone. Set it as a reminder. Write it on a Post-it note or a notepad. Pull it out throughout the middle of the day and just look at it, because that mindset shift will really do wonders for you in your perspective on life. Spread positivity, love, and happiness. And you guys have a beautiful rest of your week. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Comment down below if you feel some type of way about this video. Good, bad, ugly, whatever. You know, if you guys have any exercises for your kids mentally to like groom them, you know, comment down below what you do to make sure that your kids have a healthy mindset, a healthy lifestyle, a healthy heart, and a peace of mind. What do you do for a peace of mind? Just, you know, let's have a convo. Hit that notification bell if I didn't say that already. Share this video if it resonates with you at all. And thank you for watching. See y'all on Monday. Ciao.